Gentlemen, and welcome to the War Lodge here at Sequoia High School. Coming to you live from the War Lodge Classic Invitational here between the Cherokee Warriors and Sprayberry Yellow Jackets. Just wrapped up our first game of the morning between Sequoia and North Gwinnett for a varsity girls contest. In for a treat here as we get ready to kick off the first boys game of the afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sequoia High School.
As we get ready to get starting lineups underway, I'm Chase Schaefer. Thank you for joining us on ChiefsTV.org.
Visiting team for today's game, the Sprayberry Yellow Jackets.
And we'll let them run down the starting lineup first.
George. Number 10. Harmon. Number 15, David Brown. Number 21, Josh O'Donoghue. And number 23, Niall Lunday. And now introducing your home team for today's game, the Cherokee Warriors. Their starters, number 1, Taden Owens. Number 3, Ethan Pickett. Number 4, Elijah Tucker. Number 11, Bennett Ohm. And number 23, Colin Owens.
So that's your starting lineups here for the Cherokee versus Sprayberry game. Should be a good one. We've already seen Cherokee earlier this year as they came to the War Lodge for the first home game of the year for the Sequoia Chiefs and ran away with one. They put a whooping on the Sequoia Chiefs, so let's see what they can do here against Sprayberry in the same gym. So Sprayberry going to go ahead and start with the basketball. George going to inbound this pass to O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue moves it up the court. 3 men down on the baseline. Now one pops out to the wing. It's going to be number 23, Lundy. Head fake now out to the wing. Inside look, going to be stolen by Owens. Owens moves this one up. He's going to drive the lane, and we're going to get a whistle, an offensive foul on Owens. So a charge early on with 7:37 left to go. Still no score. George inbounds this one to O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue hip-high dribble. Now a crossover. That one almost poked away, but he recovers. Leaves that one for Harmon. Harmon gives it back to George. George looking for help. He finds it. That's O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue's got it. Now sends this one back out to Harmon. No good on the shot. Rebound pulled down by Owens. Pushed ahead over to Pickett. Now over to Alm. Alm down to Tucker. Tucker's pass attempt was deflected by number 23 for Sprayberry. That's Lundy. Still no score, 7:08. Almost a minute gone in the game, and nobody's scored at a point yet. Now that might change here as Alm's trying to chase down after the steal George, but no avail as George lays that one up and in for an early 2-0 lead for Sprayberry. Now under the basket, and nice layup, and in by Ethan Pickett. George drives the lane, that one up and in, and a 4-2 lead for Sprayberry, 6:40 left to go in the first. So George finding a nice lane as he drives to the basket and lays that one up and in. Now trapped down in the corner, Alm gets it, now back to the top. Owen's gonna look in, nothing there. Alm takes it, he'll drive into the key and pulls up and puts that one up. Nothing happening there though as it bounces off the back of the rim. Here comes Spring. O'Donoghue drives to the basket and puts that one up and in. And Cherokee in a 4-point hole here with 6:10 left to go in the first period, 6-2 Sprayberry. Owens finds Alm, now back over to Owens. Owens back to Alm. Inside the key pass intended for Tucker, no good. And Pickett gonna turn that one over, but it gets it right back. And another offensive foul. And so Elijah Tucker already going to pick up a technical here. And the free throw good on the technical foul. Sort this one out, so the second shot is good, and that makes it an 8-2 lead for Sprayberry. Sprayberry now at the top. Drive in, nothing happening there for O'Donohue. O'Donohue has to back out. O'Donohue between the legs, now crossover, now back up to the top. And a travel on Sprayberry as Lundy walked with the basketball. So Cherokee going to take this one out from the side as Richardson inbounds the basketball. Owens shadowed up the court. Now Ulm has it. Owens back to Ulm. Ulm being flanked by both Owens. Now Pickett comes to the top of the key. Now back down to Owens. Corner three-pointer. That one no good. Rebound by Lundy. Carried up the court by George. 8-2 Sprayberry. 5 minutes left to go in the first. Baseline jumper for George. That one finds the bottom of the net. And Sprayberry surprising Cherokee a little bit in the first quarter here, leading 10-2. Now Ulm at the top of the key. Owens. Cherokee's not going to be able to get any penetration here. They got to get it to Owens now, who he drives the lane, and they're going to say he traveled. George has it on the far side wing, pull-up jumper, and no good on the three-point attempt. Cherokee almost turned it back over under the basket. Owens has this one. He drives the lane. Ball poked away from him. And another travel on Sprayberry. Owens sends that one into Owens. Richardson down in the low post, flashes, but no passing lane. Owens fakes the drive, sends that one over. Three-pointer is shot and drained by DJ Potsard. And that'll cut the Sprayberry lead to 5 here, 10-5 with 3:46 left to go in the opening quarter. Potsard with the rebound. Now Owens takes this one up the far side. Richardson steps back, fakes the shot, now driving the lane. So foul on Lundy. So Tylen Owens gonna step up to the free throw line and shoot for the and one attempt. And he makes it, so Cherokee back to within 2, 3:34 left to go, 10-8 here in the first quarter. George carries the ball up the court, looks inside, step back jumper fake now, driving into the lane and losing control of the basketball. Sprayberry basketball, even though nobody on Cherokee touched it. George down in the corner past the three-point line. Stepping into the lane. And laid up and in by number 21 for Sprayberry, Josh O'Donohue. Owens leads the troops down the court. Now back over to Owens on the opposite wing. Richardson down in the corner. Heavy defense. He's going to drive baseline and puts that one up and off the rim. No good. Ball still on the ground. Richardson fighting for it. Trap down in the corner. And this one's going to be taken ahead. Three-point attempt by Sprayberry is good. Jelani Harmon buries that one. And it's 15-8. Sprayberry with 2:42 left to go in the first period. Three-pointer by Owens, nothing but net. And it's number 23, Tylen Owens, the senior guard. And it's 15-11, Sprayberry on top of Cherokee. Pull-up jumper, no good by number 23, Lundy, for Sprayberry. Cherokee back down to the other end of the floor. Looking to spread it around. Pass into the lane, finds Pickett, and he lays that one up and in. 2:04 left to go, 15-13, Sprayberry on top of Cherokee. Step back three-pointer, no good off the front of the rim, picked up by DJ Potsherd. Potsherd, nice pass to Owens. Jumper for three, no good off the rim. Nobody was there to rebound it for Cherokee. Harmon picks this one up now, driving the lane and picking up the foul and making the basket is number 21, Josh O'Donohue. So a chance to make this a 5-point ball game with 1:36 left to go in the opening period. As O'Donohue steps up to the nail to see if he can convert the and one. And he does, so a three-point play for Sprayberry. Checking in for Cherokee, number 5, Cam Pope. Just playing a little pass with DJ Potsherd. Deep three-pointer for Potsherd, no good. And Sprayberry on the rebound, 1:20 left to go. Cherokee unable to penetrate the Sprayberry defense, just has to keep passing the ball around the three-point line. Sprayberry now at the top, pull-up jumper for three, no good off the front of the rim. That was Rosa on the shot for the Jackets. Now driving the lane is Owens. Owens gets stuffed at the rim, and this one will stay Cherokee ball. 54 seconds left to go. Sprayberry still on top of Cherokee, 18-13. Inbound to DJ Potsherd. Now down to Pope in the corner. Nice baseline pass by Pope, and that one hits Ethan Pickett, who lays it up off the backboard and in. 18-15. Sprayberry still leading Cherokee. Sprayberry was up 10-2 at one point. That lead has now shrunk to 3 points. Potsherd playing tight defense on the perimeter. Fakes the drive into the lane. Jumper for three. No good. And this one's going to stay Sprayberry ball, as Pickett was trying to keep it in. 23 seconds left to go in the first period. Big story so far is less than 3 minutes into the game. The senior forward for Cherokee, Elijah Tucker, picked up a technical foul after a charging call. So he's been on the bench since. Perimeter game now looking to get inside, can't make it happen. Lundy has this one at the top, and he's going to let the clock wind down. They're going to try and get the last shot off. So foul on Richardson. 3 seconds left, and Sprayberry going to inbound the ball. Who's going to take the shot as time expires? But sinking the basket is number 5, Jesse Amarucci. And that makes it a 20-15 game after the first quarter. So back and forth a little bit for each team. Cherokee pulling themselves out of an 8-point deficit, but that leads back up to 5 for Sprayberry at the end of one period of regulation. Once again, big story, Tucker picking up that technical foul off the charging call. We'll see how Cherokee responds to that, but a nice basket there by Amarucci to close out the first quarter for Sprayberry. We'll see how Cherokee responds in an early hole, but we're able to climb out of that one thanks in part to some three-point shooting. But Cherokee gonna have to do something to get inside against the Sprayberry defense, as Cherokee unable to penetrate and get any kind of shots off inside the paint. Ball inbounded to Cam Pope to start the second period. Pope takes this one at the gray line, dribbles back, now back over to Potsherd. Potsherd, take the ball, man. Now he gives it back to Potsherd. Potsherd looking inside, nothing's there. Owens takes this at the top of the key, now back over to Potsherd. Potsherd back over to Owens. They're just playing pass around the three-point line, can't get anything going. Now a pass inside the lane. Owens lays that one up and in. And Cherokee gonna pull to within 3, 7:30 left to go in the second. 20-17 your score, as Sprayberry is on top of Cherokee. Armucci takes it at the top of the key. Inside pass, somebody lost their man, but the shot was no good, and that one's gonna go out of bounds. They're gonna say Cherokee touched it last, so the inbound pass coming in for Sprayberry. George has this one on the far wing. And that's a 5-second violation, so Cherokee ball after Sprayberry unable to do anything with it. Potsherd's got it, gives it to Owens, who gives it back to Pope. Pass over to Owens. Owens looks inside. Long two-pointer is good, and that'll pull Cherokee within 1. 6:50 left to go in the second quarter. Passing around the arc for Sprayberry. Nice look inside. Inside pass looks good, but no good on the shot. And here comes Cherokee. Cherokee with a chance now to take their first lead of the afternoon. Laid up and off the rim, no good. Picked up by Owens. Pope now sends this one over to Potsherd. Potsherd inside pass to Owens. Fakes the jumper, gets tangled up, and he'll get fouled. And they're gonna call it a jump ball. Call a jump ball on a shot attempt. So they call it a jump ball. Possession arrow points towards Cherokee. This one's gonna make its way out to Bennett Alm. Owens now back over to Alm. Cherokee just playing pass beyond the arc. Now looks inside. Pass to Ulm, he's got to kick it back out to the wing. And a 3-second violation on Cherokee. Gives the ball back over to Sprayberry with 5:54 left to go in the half. 20-19, Sprayberry on top of Cherokee. Here comes O'Donohue. O'Donohue gives it over to George, who gives it right back to him. O'Donohue tries to drive, step back, fakes. That one poked away and picked up by Owens. Owens pushes this one ahead to Potsherd, who lays that one up and in. And Cherokee with their first lead of the afternoon, 21-20 with 5:33 left to go in the second. And that's a call Cherokee has not been getting. So after the basket, Sprayberry going to go to the line for the and one. 3-point shot, and that one's drained by Sprayberry. So it was a floor foul, they called it, and Sprayberry going to come back down and drain a three. So 23-21, Sprayberry. And the Jackets take the lead right back, up by 2. Deep three-pointer by Potsherd, not even close. And 5:03 left to go in the half. George one-on-one with Ulm. Ulm gets that one away from him and picks up the ball. He sends that one back to Owens, who pushes it ahead to Owens. Owens mid-range jumper falls, and we got a tie game with 4:42 left to go in the half, 23-23. Comes O'Donohue. O'Donohue looks to the outside. He's going to find Lundy. Lundy spins around the defender but loses his grip on the basketball. Owens is going to drive the lane now, coast to coast for Owens, and he picks up the foul and one. So Owens will go to the stripe and try to give Cherokee their biggest lead of the game. And Owens converts on the three-point play. Checking in for Sprayberry's Amir Rosa, as he's going to give Lundy some time off. O'Donohue taking his time getting up the court. Cherokee sets up the defense. Brown at the top. Now he's going to drive the lane, and an offensive foul on David Brown. And Cherokee going to take back over, leading by 3 points, 26-23 with 4:08 left to go in the half. Inside look for Owens as he gets swiped at, but he's going to lay that one up and in. 28-23 Cherokee. Cherokee really turned on the afterburners here as that one goes off of O'Donohue after he dribbles it off his foot, and they're going to say Cherokee touched it last. He literally dribbled it off his foot, but they're going to give the ball back to him anyway. Mishandling the pass, and recovering is Rosa. Man-to-man defense at the top, now driving the lane. And an offensive foul on Sprayberry, so 3:38 left to go in the half. Here comes Owens leading Cherokee across half court. Oh, and Ulm mishandles that one. It'll be an over and back for Cherokee. As Ulm was headed to the basket right as Owens sent him the pass. So that'll be an over and back, 3:15 left to go in the half. And a 3-second violation for Sprayberry gives Cherokee the ball back with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. 28-23 your score, Cherokee on top of Sprayberry. Owens finds Owens in the corner for three, and he knocks that one down. 3 minutes left to go in the half, 31-23 Cherokee, starting to walk that lead out. Driving to the basket, now kicks this one out to the corner. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken by Cherokee. Owens drives to the lane, and they're going to call a charge on Owens. So 2:45 left to go. 31-23 Cherokee. Three-pointer look for Sprayberry. That one's up and buried by number 21, Josh O'Donohue for the Yellow Jackets. Owens sends this one back over to Ulm, 31-26. 2:25 left to go. And so going to the line to shoot. We'll reserve comment on that. 2:23 left to go in the half. Shooting one is Cherokee, and that one's good. Ethan Pickett at the nail for Cherokee. 2:23 left to go in the half. 33 after the shot, which falls. So 33-26, 2:23 left to go in the half. This one makes its way up to George. George going up the sideline, cuts back inside, and he'll throw this one up and off the backboard and in. And another technical on Cherokee, and this is getting out of hand. 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and we're giving Sprayberry points. Shooter for Sprayberry is Jelani Harmon, makes the first one. And the second shot is made, so that brings Sprayberry back to within 4, and Cherokee has its second technical. Sprayberry going to go ahead and take a timeout here, so 2:15 left to go in the half, and your score is 33-29. Cherokee on top of Sprayberry. So the storyline of the game we can't talk about without ramification, but Cherokee leading by 4 points here with just over 2 minutes left to go in the half. So after the technical foul by Cherokee, Sprayberry going to go ahead and get the ball back. Sprayberry crosses the line. Now George has this one. Harmon sends this one down to the corner. Harmon at the top shoots a three-pointer, and he drops that one. And that'll reel Cherokee back in. Sprayberry trailing by 1. 1:55 left to go in the half. Potsherd picks this one up. Now Owens over to Ulm. Owens, hip-high dribble, backing up towards half court. Beats his man, inside pass. That one laid up and in, but it's blocked. And the second attempt is no good, and it finally falls in on the third try. And that'll spread the lead to 3, 35-32 Cherokee. 90 seconds left to go in the half. This one out to the wing. George has this with the top. He almost goes over and back, but recovers the basketball at the logo, reaches in, drives, and they're going to call a block and one. So the basket counts, and now Sprayberry going to go to the line to shoot an extra. As LaPra George, the shooter for Sprayberry. converts on the extra point. So a tie game here with 1:23 left to go in the half. Baseline for Ulm. Nice head fake there by Owens. Drives in, but he floats that one a little too short. And Sprayberry with a chance to get the lead back with a minute left. Here comes George. George going to drive the lane. As he goes through traffic, kicks this one back out to the wing. Harmon's got it. Now he's going to give that one back to George. George looking for a receiver, finds O'Donohue. And O'Donohue's going to walk with the ball with 51 seconds left. Pass down baseline for Cherokee. Pope gets this one at the wing. Head fake on the pass, now back to Pope. Potts heard to Owens. Owens gonna drive the lane, he'll have to back out. 33 seconds left to go. Cherokee just holding on to the basketball. Inside look to Richardson, not there. And they're gonna call a foul on Richardson. So 25 seconds left to go. Before the break, 35-35, we're all tied up. So George gonna go ahead and inbound this basketball. He sends that one over to O'Donohue. O'Donohue hard charging up to the three-point line and dishes that one out. Harmon now has it, now back to George. Poked away. Owens almost got that one away from George. 13 seconds left. Pump fake now driving into the lane. Pull-up jumper falls for Sprayberry. Didn't catch the number on the score. 7 seconds left. Cherokee with a chance to get the last points of the half. Over to Owens. Pull-up three-pointer, no good off the front of the rim. And at the end of the half, Sprayberry on top of Cherokee, 37-35. And what has been a closely contested game here in the first half of the second game of the War Lodge Invitational Classic for Sequoia High School. Great game so far, close game so far. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, to bring you the second half of the contest between Cherokee High School and Sprayberry. I'm Chase Schaefer. Thank you for joining us on Chiefs TV, and we'll be back momentarily. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the War Lodge here at Sequoia High School for the start of the second half between the Cherokee Warriors and the Sprayberry Yellow Jackets. I'm Chase Schaefer. Thank you for joining us on Chiefs TV. 37-35 your score. Sprayberry on top of Cherokee by 2 points, but not without its share of storylines. Technicals a-flying here at the War Lodge in this first game. Cherokee's already got 2 of them. As both teams step back out onto the court to take the tip-off, to take the inbound. Not doing tip-offs this year. So Sprayberry going to start with the ball. This one inbounded to LaPrade George. George sends that one back over to O'Donohue. O'Donohue's got Alm all over him, and Owens with the steal. Alm in a foot race now. Can he get there first? And he does, but lays that one off the backboard, and Tucker slams it home. What a slam by Tucker in his first possession back since getting thrown out, or since getting teed up. And we have a tie game with 7:36 left to go in the third quarter. Sprayberry ball. Sprayberry inbounding under their own basket. Wide open look for 3, doesn't take it. Head fakes in as the defense collapsed on him. That's O'Donohue. O'Donohue sends that one over to Harmon. Harmon steps back for 3 and sinks that one. Jelani Harmon getting forgot about by this Cherokee defense as he's got a lot of open looks. I guess he was on the line. They only gave him 2 for that one. Looking inside, pass mishandled and a turnover by Cherokee. That one's poked away, but recovering nicely is George. George leads the troops up. Nice shot for O'Donohue, and he knocks that one down. So they did count the last one as a 3, and Sprayberry comes out of the locker room shooting the lights out of the building, 43-37. So Cherokee wants to take a 30-second timeout to talk about that, because Sprayberry getting some really good looks at 3-pointers. So 6:53 left to go in the third, and Sprayberry has jumped out to a lead here at the beginning of the second half. So that's the first horn. They'll make their way back out onto the court. Sprayberry by 6. Elijah Tucker back in the game. Haven't seen him since the first few minutes of the first quarter where he picked up a technical foul. But he came out of the locker room and announced his presence with authority as he slammed home the put-back attempt. Cherokee still taking their time swinging the ball. Now they get it down to Tucker in the lane. He puts that one up and in, and he'll draw a foul. So the basket counts. Now Tucker going to go to the line. Foul on number 30, on 23, that's Lundy. So Lundy going to go take a break. Lemire Rosa comes in for him. And Tucker with a chance to convert on the 3-point play. And whiffs on the free throw attempt is Tucker. So still a 4-point game. Inbound pass to O'Donohue. O'Donohue getting worked on by Alm, gives that one over to George. Alm comes over to check him out. Nothing happening there, and Tucker tried to steal that one. But he pokes out of bounds, so will stay Sprayberry basketball. 6:28 left to go. 43-39. Sprayberry still on top of the Warriors. Pass open look for Donahue. He doesn't take it. Leaves that one over Harmon, who shoots that one from a long way away. No good, and that one's going to go off of Cherokee as Owens was reaching for it, even though it was going to go out of bounds anyway. Harmon all by himself in the corner. Let's see if they go to him. He is. He's going to step back and take that one. Three-pointer is good for Sprayberry as Harmon's just getting lost in the sauce. For some reason, Cherokee doesn't have a body on him, and now they're down by 7 because of it, 46-39. Owens has this one beyond the arc. Owens looks back over to the other Owens. Now Bennett Ulm takes it, gives it back to Owens at the point, who sends it to Owens, who's at the wing. Tucker trying to find some space to work inside, not happening. Owens step back jumper, and they're going to say no shot for 3 seconds in the key. So Sprayberry basketball, inbound pass to O'Donohue. George now back to O'Donohue to Harmon. Finally, Cherokee gets a body on him. Harmon dumps it back over to O'Donohue, turns it over. Ulm has the ball. He's going to drive the lane. And a block on O'Donohue. O'Donohue didn't have his feet set, so Ulm's going to head to the free throw line. So 5:54 left to go in the third. 46-39, Sprayberry on top of Cherokee. And Ulm misses the first one. Second one no good, so Ulm unable to come away with any points, and Sprayberry still leads by 3. Down in the corner and tripped up. They're going to get a call on a push. They call that one on Ulm. 5:37 left to go in the third, still 46-39. Inbound pass to George, slapping at the ball is Owens. This one makes its way back to O'Donohue. O'Donohue. Cherokee picks up another foul. That's on Ethan Pickett. And drive to the basket on the inbound, and that one's up and good. Courtesy of Amir Rosa. And Sprayberry starting to stretch that lead out. Pickett driving the lane. And foul on Sprayberry, that's David Brown. Ball up to Tucker at the top of the key. Now down inside, pass for Owens, who's got a three-point shot from the wing, doesn't fall. And this one's gonna go out of bounds and be Sprayberry basketball with 5 minutes left to go in the third. Your score, Sprayberry 48, Cherokee 39. Tucker closed down the defense, the traps there. But George able to get that one to O'Donohue. O'Donohue fakes the drive to the lane, now gives this one over to Rosa. Rosa with a long two-pointer, knocks it down. So 4:37 left to go, and Sprayberry stepping the lead out. And a foul on Sprayberry on Rosa. 4:33 left to go in the third. 50-39 Sprayberry, biggest lead of the day. Owens takes the long inbound pass, now sends this one baseline. And no good on the layup attempt as that one flies wild. 4:23 left to go. Cherokee unable to get down in the paint and make anything happen as O'Donohue drives the lane. Shot by Brown, and an offensive foul comes way late. Cherokee coming up. So Sprayberry picking up its first technical of the night. So Owens makes the first shot on the technical, and that makes it a 10-point ball game. And he sinks the second shot, so Cherokee gonna get the basketball back. Tucker now at the top. So Cherokee going with something a little different, trying to get the inside game working. Now Tucker takes his spot at the low post. Ulm has it at the top of the key. 3:57 left to go. Step back jumper for Cherokee. Oh, off the front of the rim. And they're going to get a push on Ethan Pickett. So Sprayberry ball up 9, 50-41. 3:52 left to go in the third. O'Donohue driving, Rosa for three, knocks that one down. 3:42 left to go. Nice three-pointer by Amir Rosa, and Sprayberry out to a 12-point lead, and this one slipping away from Cherokee. As Sprayberry is lights out from beyond the arc this afternoon. Tucker takes it to the high post, looks down low, and a foul on Ethan Pickett. So Pickett will go to the stripe to shoot two. 3:27 left to go in the third. Sprayberry on top of Cherokee, 53-41. And Cherokee in the bonus now for the remainder of the quarter. And the first shot goes in for Pickett. And Donahue going to get a much-deserved rest for the Yellow Jackets. Pickett's second attempt, no good. Rebound by Harmon. Harmon leaves that one for George. George between the legs dribble. He's got Bennett all over him. And Tucker whiffs on the steal. Now down low, not O'Donohue, but he misses the layup. Owens, now Tucker, baseline, long two-pointer, no good. Rebound by Owens. Owens backing his man down in the paint. That one goes up, off on the second attempt, no good. And they're going to get somebody on Sprayberry. But Tucker's going to the line, so 15 on Sprayberry. And that's David Brown, the 6'2 sophomore. Elijah Tucker, the 6'8" senior. Going to shoot two, trailing by 11. And he knocks down the first one. Tucker converts on the second one after a short discussion about how the technical foul was scored in the book. Driving into the lane, shot attempt goes up, blocked, and didn't see who that one was out of bounds on. It goes out of bounds off of Cherokee. 2:47 left to go in the third. Cherokee trailing by 9, 53-44. Inbound pass for Rosa. Rosa leaves that one back to George. George drives the lane. That one goes up and is blocked when taken by Owens. Owens drives into the paint and lays that one up and in. Great personal effort there by Owens. Correction, that was Pickett, number 3. 2:25, 53-46. And 2:25 left to go in the third quarter as this one's poked away. Owens gonna have to dive for that one, he does. Let's see who they say it went off of. No, they've got a foul coming up against number 10. And that's Harmon on Sprayberry. Tayden Owens going to step to the line for Cherokee. 2:16 left to go in the third. Cherokee down 53-46 to Sprayberry. the point at the first one's made. So 53-47. And the second one is good. Full court press is now on for Cherokee, trailing 53-48. Not the first time we would have seen Cherokee come down from a deficit. They came back to beat Heritage Conyers at the Sandy Spiel Classic, or the CTC Invitational, I'm sorry. And that one bounces off of his foot as George mishandles the dribble, and that's a turnover. Cherokee will get the ball back with 2 minutes left in the third period. Tucker inbounds the basketball. Cherokee setting the offense up. Tucker fakes the pass. Now sends it back over to Pottsard. DJ Pottsard drains the three-pointer from the wing. And that'll bring Cherokee to within 2. 1:42 left to go in the third. 53-51. Sprayberry still leads. Standing on top of the logo is George. George drives the lane and takes about 6 steps, but that shot is no good. And the putback attempt is good by number 12, Deshaun Stewart. Owens driving the lane, and they're going to call a charge. Four-point lead for Sprayberry, and they're going to get the ball back after the offensive foul. And another warning for the Cherokee bench. George carries the ball up the court. 1:10 left to go in the third. 55-51 Sprayberry. Nice block by Tucker. And another foul on Sprayberry. Cherokee still in the bonus, so they're going to go down to the stripe and shoot 2. And the first free throw, no good for Tucker. Cherokee still trailing by 4, 1:05 left to go in the third. Second one, no good too. Sprayberry on the rebound. And a foul on Cherokee. So inbound pass is going to be taken in by Amir Rosa. Checking in now for Sprayberry, number 42, Jordan Edwards, 5'10" freshman. Cherokee showing press as Cam Pope standing in front of Aramucci. Three-pointer for the just checked in player for Sprayberry, no good. Pulled off the boards by Owens. Owens keeps that one in, sends it all the way back up top to Cam Pope. Owens gonna drive baseline now. He's got 3 defenders around him. And they're gonna say double dribble. And Sprayberry gets the ball back with 41 seconds left in the third. Aramucci one-on-one with Cam Pope. That one deflected by Pottsard. Pottsard got one man to beat, sends that one over and dunked. by Ethan Pickett. 20 seconds left to go. What a great putback dunk by Pickett. 15 now. Aramucci has it, he'll drive baseline, and that one's gonna go off of Tucker as he kicks that one out of bounds, so it'll stay Sprayberry basketball. 11 seconds left to go, 55-53, Sprayberry leads by 2. Long pass inbounded, now Aramucci ends up with it over by the official, 10 seconds left. That ball was lost control of, but the shot going up is going to be blocked by Tucker, and that's how Cherokee's going to end the quarter. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going into the fourth quarter here. Going into the fourth quarter with Sprayberry on top of Cherokee, 55-53. So a tight one here at the War Lodge Classic Invitational here at Sequoia High School. So Sprayberry at their biggest had walked the lead out to about 13 points, and Cherokee done a fantastic job of reeling Sprayberry back in, but we're definitely in for a treat for this fourth quarter of the noon matchup here between the Cherokee Warriors and the Sprayberry Yellow Jackets. I'm Chase Schaefer. Thank you for joining us. Top scorers for Cherokee, who's listed as the home team, is Ethan Pickett and Talid Owens, both showing 17 on the scoreboard. Right now, Jelani Harmon with 15, I'm sorry. The most for any Yellow Jacket currently on the floor. So Cherokee going to start the fourth quarter with the basketball, trailing by 2 points, 55-53. Inbound pass finds Taden Owens. Potsherd gives it back to Owens. Now Owens to Talid Owens. Inside for Tucker. Tucker all by himself. High elbow shot, no good. Potsherd comes up with the rebound. Now it's still floating around, but Cherokee going to get it after it's knocked out of bounds by Sprayberry. 7:46 left to go in the fourth. Inbound pass to Tucker. Finds its way to Pickett. Potsherd up for Tucker, who jams that one home. And we'll go ahead and show a replay of that. Oh, we can't. Our replay button's not working, but what an alley-oop that ties the game up for Cherokee. 55-55. And Harmon shoots another three, and he hits it again. Harmon can't keep getting left wide open for Sprayberry because he knocks him down every time he gets a clean look at it, and Sprayberry back ahead by 3. 58-55, 7:15 left to go in the game. This one swung out to the wing, now down low. Baseline drive, up and jammed home for Ethan Pickett. 58-57, 7:04 left to go in the game. Sprayberry still on top by 1. O'Donohue takes it at the top of the key. Harmon takes it at the wing. This one finds its way back over to Lundy. Harmon all by himself in the low block, and he's going to take that one back out to the corner. Now O'Donohue going to try to drive the lane, lays that one up, no good. Rebound taken by Cherokee. This one pushed ahead for Potsherd, knocked away, picked up by Tucker, and he lays that one in off the boards on the putback. So Cherokee back ahead by 1, 6:35 left to go in the game. Sprayberry was up by 13, now trailing by 1. This one's going to go up, and an offensive foul on Sprayberry gives Cherokee the ball back with the lead. Tucker going to inbound the ball, and Sprayberry wants to take a timeout. So an interesting first minute and a half of the fourth quarter as Cherokee's now stepped out to a 1-point lead, 59-58, but don't count Sprayberry out. Jelani Harmon, I don't think he's missed a three-pointer that he's had an open. Every time he gets that clean look anywhere near the near side corner, he's knocked it down. So Jelani Harmon hitting some very clutch three-pointers for the Yellow Jackets here. And what a difference it's made for Cherokee getting Elijah Tucker back in this game, as he scored some significant points here in the second half as well. Pickett starting to pick up the pace. Potsherd made some big things happen with his passing game, but a tight one here from the War Lodge Classic at Sequoia High School. Cherokee on top of Sprayberry, 59-58. Potsherd picks up the basketball. He'll carry this one over the logo. Jump stop, gives this one to Tucker. Tucker thinks about shooting it. Now he's going to drive the lane, and he gets taken down. No foul called. Owens shoots a three, and that one is drained from the wing. And so Cherokee with their biggest lead of the afternoon, 62-58, with 6 minutes and 7 seconds left to go. And driving the lane, and that one's going to be called as a foul as Potsherd going to pick up his second. Trying to inbound the ball. Now it goes out to O'Donohue, who's standing at the gray line. Now he's driving into the lane. This one over for Lundy, and he knocks down a three-pointer. Niall Lundy, the 6'4" junior, finding his range. And Sprayberry down by 1. Owens looks into the paint, and down to the floor they go. Sprayberry comes out with this one. This one knocked away. Picked up and turned back over to Sprayberry again. Here comes George. George leads the troops. He's going to lay that one up and off the rim, no good. And it's going to go Cherokee's way. So Cherokee still on top by 1 point with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Potsherd takes the inbound pass from Tucker. Potsherd taking his time, now sends him back to Owens. Owens for another three-pointer, and he knocks that one off the front of the rim. No good, rebound by Sprayberry. O'Donohue moves around Tucker, driving into the lane, lays that one up and in, coast to coast for Josh O'Donohue. And Sprayberry back on top by 1, 63-62. 5 minutes left to go. Potsherd has it at the wing. He sends this one back over to Owens. Owens now over at the wing. Now back to the top of the key for Owens. Now to Potsherd. Now down low to Tucker. Tucker to Pickett down in the low block. Pickett tries to move around. He has to bounce past that one. Back out to Owens. Owens with the three-pointer, and that one rolls off the rim and goes back in. Cherokee back ahead by 2 points. 4:44 left to go in the fourth quarter. Cherokee 65, Sprayberry 63. O'Donohue getting worked on by Pickett. He'll come back out to the top. Sends that one over to Brown. Brown picks up his dribble, has to pass this one off. Owens is all over Harmon now. Now O'Donohue gets the ball back at the top. He shoots a three-pointer. That one goes off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Toledo Owens. Owens gets it back at the wing. Tucker has it at the free throw line and loses control of the basketball, and that one will go out of bounds and be Sprayberry ball. Sprayberry trailing Cherokee. 4:15 left to go in the game. 65-63. And what's been probably the closest game of the War Lodge Classic Invitational so far. George has it at the top, now finds Harmon. Harmon finds Brown. Brown sends that one back out to Lundy. Lundy picks up his dribble, the trap's on. George and Potsherd all over him. Now George gonna drive the lane, he's gonna try to put that one up, rejected by Owens. And the other Owens gets the rebound. Number 1 Owens loses the basketball and turns that one back over. George has 2 guys to beat. He's gonna try and lay that one up, and it's smacked off the glass, but they're gonna call that a goaltend. So goaltending, 65-65 is the score. 3:42 left to go after the call that has the crowd all in a tizzy. 3 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. All tied up at 65. Potsherd sends this one back to Owens, finds other Owens at the wing, drives the lane, lays that one up and in, and Cherokee takes a 2-point lead with 3.5 minutes left to go. 67-65. Buckets aplenty. Here comes O'Donohue. O'Donohue's got Pickett in front of him, works on him, crossover move, carries that one into the lane, no good. Rebound taken by Cherokee. Pickett gonna carry this one up the far side, dumps that one to Tucker. Tucker spin move in the lane, they're gonna call that a travel. And that'll be a turnover and go back to Sprayberry. Was a nifty move and he laid it in and finished it off, but the referee's gonna say he walked with it. O'Donohue, hip high dribble up the court just to the right side of the logo. He sets up, now gives this one over to George. George finds Harmon, who finally has a body on him. O'Donohue gets Harmon open, and Harmon mitts another three-pointer, and Sprayberry takes the lead by 1. Harmon is automatic from the corner on the near side. Three-pointer by Owens goes off the front of the rim. He gets his own rebound, drives into the lane, but a jump ball is called. And it all depends on which way the possession arrow is facing, and it's for Sprayberry, but Cherokee wants to take a timeout and talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, a close one here from the War Lodge at Sequoia High School. Sprayberry on top of Cherokee, 68-67. 2.5 minutes left to go in the ball game as Harmon comes clutch again and knocks down another three from the near corner. A tight one here, ladies and gentlemen, the closest one we've had throughout the duration of the tournament. Back and forth, where it stops, nobody knows. It might end up being a game where whoever has the basketball last is going to end up winning. But both teams showing a lot of heart and hitting some clutch shots here in the closing moments of the ball game. Still a lot of basketball left to play with 2:38 left on the clock. Fans, don't go anywhere after this game. We have another one coming up at 2 o'clock. And the 2 o'clock game will be a girls matchup between Grovetown and Etowah. So what's going to happen is we'll close out this broadcast, and after this broadcast, we'll put another broadcast on our YouTube channel. Once we put that other broadcast on the YouTube channel, click on that one, and that'll bring up the Grovetown versus Etowah game. It'll be labeled as such, but we've still got one game here left to close out. 2:38 left to go in the fourth quarter, 68-67. Sprayberry on top of Cherokee. Will Sprayberry be able to hold on and come out of the War Lodge Classic Invitational with a big victory over Cherokee? Or will Cherokee, like they've done all afternoon, be able to reel Sprayberry back in and sneak away with a victory here today as Sprayberry gets the ball after the timeout? 2:38 left to go. Harmon going to inbound this one to O'Donohue. O'Donohue flanked by George on his right and Harmon on his left. Harmon looking for a passing lane, hasn't dribbled yet. There goes Harmon. Harmon steps back and he almost travels with that one. George going to drive the lane now, has that one poked away. And we're going to get a jump ball. And this one should be for Cherokee, and it is. So 2:17 left to go. Cherokee going to get the basketball back after that one was poked away by the defense. Harmon and O'Donohue, 21 and 20 points apiece for the Yellow Jackets. Looking over at the other side for Cherokee, you've got number 23, Toledo Owens with 22, and Pickett with 19. Potsherd has that one at the wing. Now over to Owens. Owens dumps that one into Tucker. The 6'8 Tucker shoots that one back out to the top. Deep three-pointer by Potsherd, no good. Rebound goes wild. This one's going to be knocked off of Sprayberry and stay Cherokee ball. What a heads-up play by Pickett as he threw that one off of Brown, and it goes out of bounds, and Cherokee going to get another shot at this one with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Owens going to inbound this one. That's to lead. He's going to inbound it to Tayden. Tayden goes to his left, all the way over to the left wing. He's going to have to pass that one back up to Tucker, who takes it at the top. Now down low, trying to feed Tucker, not there. Have to give that one back out to the top of the key. Now down low again for Pickett. Pickett gives this one back to Potsherd. Potsherd looking for a passer. He finds Owens. Owens sends this one down to the other Owens. Now gets it back to the top of the key. Owens going to drive this one in the lane, takes it up and lays it in, and Cherokee leads again by 1 with 1:34 left to go. Instant classic here from the War Lodge Classic Invitational. And timeout taken by Sprayberry. They want to talk about it, trailing by 1 point with 87 seconds left to go in the ball game. So a 30-second timeout for Sprayberry, and what a game here. 24 points for Pickett. Correction, Owens. Pickett's got 19. Looking over, Tucker's got 10. The other Owens has 8. Potsherd has 8. But looking over at that Sprayberry scoreboard, Harmon has 21. Harmon has hit some really clutch three-pointers. I can't emphasize that enough on the broadcast. Harmon has really hit a three-pointer when the Yellow Jackets have needed it the most. So 1:27. left to go in the ballgame. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining and have committed 1 foul. So coming down to the wire as George inbounds that one to O'Donohue. O'Donohue gives it back to George. George standing on the logo. He's going to go to his right. Drives the lane, lays that one up, and into the basket, and Sprayberry takes the lead again, 70-69. A minute 13 left to go in the 4th quarter. Cherokee setting up the offense. Tucker at the top of the key. Owens has the basketball. He'll kick that one over to Taysom Owens. Now back to Toledo Owens. Now back to the other Owens. Under a minute to go as Tucker gets forced out of bounds. He gets rid of the basketball, though. 3-pointer for Owens, no good. Putback attempt, but he's fouled on the putback. So going to the line to shoot 2 with 49 seconds left is going to be Tayden Owens. Big free throws here. Cherokee trails by 1 point. That's the 4th foul on. Looking over, Brown has 4 fouls. And the first one is good. We're tied here with 49 seconds left. Tayden Owens with a chance to put Cherokee ahead with his 1 free throw with 49 seconds remaining. If he makes it, Cherokee going to have to get back on defense. But the Jackets have hit some really clutch shots when they needed to. Second free throw drops. Cherokee leads by 1. Inbound pass to George. The full court presses on. O'Donohue drives up the right side of the court. Now he goes down into the lane. That one goes up and off the backboard. And Sprayberry ahead by 1, 72-71. 40 seconds left to go. Big shot made there by Donahue as he went coast to coast. This one over to Potsherd. Owens has this one. He gives it to the Owens on the other wing. Dribbles to his left, now between the legs, now gives it back to Owens. 25 seconds left. Cherokee looking for that last shot to lead. Owens buries a 3-pointer with 20 seconds left to go. Sprayberry down by 2, 74-72. 15 seconds left. Here comes O'Donohue. Donahue behind the back. That one's poked away from him, and that one goes out of bounds, and they're going to say that it was bumped out by Cherokee, so 10 seconds left to go. Sprayberry going to want to talk about this one. 74-72 your score here from the War Lodge Classic Invitational at Sequoia High School. An instant classic here between Sprayberry and Cherokee. As Owens knocked down a 3-pointer, they're going to want to go ahead and take a full timeout. We'll calm down here for a second and thank some sponsors. Our gold level sponsor is Buffalo's, where everyone is family. That's the Buffalo's location on Riverstone Parkway. Black level sponsors include Beato's Bar and Grill in Hickory Flat, the Barbie Lackey Financial Group, Cycle Works Sanitation of Ball Ground, Georgia, and our last black level sponsor is Food Basket Deli, home of the best Phillies in town. We want to thank you for joining us on Chiefs TV. We'll go ahead and get our thank yous knocked out of the way before we go back to the last 10 seconds of action here. We want to thank Sequoia High School, the athletic department, the concession stand workers. We want to thank everybody who came out and everybody who's watching us on Chiefs TV. We want to thank Coach Mann and the AV Club for all the work his kids do, putting on a top-level production for these athletic events here at Sequoia High School. That's the first horn. Teams starting to make their way back out onto the court. Can Sprayberry pull it off? They have the ball with 10 seconds left, trailing by 2. Can Sprayberry force overtime, or can Sprayberry hit yet another clutch 3-pointer and send Cherokee home heartbroken, or is Cherokee going to hold on and come out of here with a win in the War Lodge Invitational Classic? We'll know in 10 seconds. Inbound pass by Harmon. Here comes George. That one knocked away from George. They're going to say he was fouled. And the foul's on DJ Potsherd. 7 seconds left to go. Harmon going to inbound the basketball. Cherokee playing tight man coverage. Tucker on Lundy. Owens on Brown. And we got another timeout. They want to talk about it again. So the inbound pass will come from the other side of the floor this time. Cherokee on top of Sprayberry, 74-72. Want to remind everybody watching on Chiefs TV, after this game, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll be bringing you the Grovetown versus Etowah varsity girls game at 2 p.m. Once again, that's Grovetown versus Etowah at 2 p.m. here from the War Lodge at Sequoia High School in Canton, Georgia. I want to thank everyone for joining us after the Grovetown-Etowah game. For those of you Sequoia fans, after Grovetown and Etowah, the Sequoia boys will be taking on the Cass Colonel boys varsity basketball team at 4 p.m. And this just in, ladies and gentlemen, if you're fans of CTC or Kyle Sandy or Sandy Spiel, he'll be joining us broadcasting the action between Grovetown and Etowah at 2 p.m. So Kyle Sandy will be joining me in the booth for the Grovetown-Etowah game. We look forward to him making an appearance, and we'll get him set up with some equipment so he can provide some expert insight into some local high school girls basketball. But back to the matter at hand. 7 seconds left to go here, 74-72. Cherokee holding on by a thread. First, just against Sprayberry. Sprayberry to inbound the basketball. Inbound to George. George working on Potsard. That one gets poked away, and they're going to say it was a foul. .9 seconds left, and we're going to get another timeout. And Sprayberry going to use their last one. 3 seconds left to go as this is just getting brutal. 74-72, what a game. Just imagine if you were here to see it. 3 seconds left in the game. Cherokee 74, Sprayberry 72. Sprayberry with one chance left to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. At one time, Sprayberry had a 13-point lead on the Warriors. Watch that evaporate. They trail by 2. Let's see if they can hit a clutch shot and get out of the War Lodge Invitational with a huge, hard-fought win. It's a shame that one of these teams has to lose. It's been a fantastic game to call and a fantastic game if you're just a fan of the game of basketball, especially this fourth quarter. So there's the first horn. Again, want to remind everybody, coming up at 2 o'clock, Grovetown versus Etowah. We bring you all the action. Kyle Sandy from Sandy Spiel will be joining us in the booth. Thank him for taking time out of his day to help promote local high school basketball in the area. 3 seconds left to go. So Cherokee going to go ahead and call a timeout. They wanted to see how Sprayberry came out and set up. So Cherokee gets a look at Sprayberry's spread. And Cherokee going to take a full timeout now. No timeouts left for Sprayberry, 2 left for Cherokee. 27 points for the player of the game, Tylen Owens, the 6'5" senior guard. Close to a 30-point game. But looking over at the other side of the scoreboard, George has 17, Harmon has 21. O'Donohue with 22. The only player not in double digits right now for Cherokee that's on the floor is Potsard. He's got 8. Potsard going to have to be careful, though. He picks up another foul, and he's done for the night. All right, 3 seconds left to go. Let's see what happens here from the War Lodge Invitational Classic at Sequoia High School. Can Sprayberry come up clutch once again, or can Cherokee tighten down on defense and stop Sprayberry and walk away with the win? Inbound pass. O'Donohue, he can't get a shot off. That one goes up and no good, and that'll do it as Cherokee is going to sneak away with a hard-fought win by a final score of 74-72. What a great defensive effort there on the last play of the game by that Cherokee defense. And Cherokee, it was not for a lack of trying on Sprayberry's part, but Cherokee going to sneak out of here with a hard-fought 74-72 victory. Heartbroken for Sprayberry. What a fantastic game played by those young men, especially when it came time for them to make some clutch shots. They did, especially Mark Harmon. Correction, I don't want to mispronounce his name, Jelani Harmon, who was lights out from three-point range. Great game all around, and one of the more memorable ones from the War Lodge Classic Invitational. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be right back after a short break to bring you the Grovetown versus Etowah girls varsity basketball game. But your final score here for the noon game, Cherokee comes away with a 74-72 win over a formidable Sprayberry opponent, and we will be right back after this short break.